और अगर सब लोग ये सोचेंगे कि भाई हम तो करप्शन करके पैसा कमा लेंगे, तो वो भी इजी नहीं है. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस पॉइंट ऑल्सो. नॉट एवरीबडी कैन डू करप्शन, एंड करप्शन ऑल्सो विल कम बैक ऑन यू इन सम फॉर्म और दी अदर. So therefore have this purpose defined for you. And why this is important? Because abhi jo stage hai, we know that India is the youngest country in the world. What we mean by India being a youngest country. So demographically the strength which lies in the youth, and as per the data, India has the highest population between the age group of 15 to 45 years of age, which is actually the most productive age. So we actually need to reap this demographic dividend in a positive way, and therefore the decision which you will take in your undergrad years, or maybe up to maximum post graduation, that decision will be actually your guiding force, and that decision will be your I would say your deciding factor. So friends, I have started one podcast also. Some glimpses were shown in the introductory video named Shikhar Ka Safar. And last year I got the opportunity of interacting with Miss Payal Nag. How many of you have heard about Miss Payal Nag? Miss Payal Nag, she is from sports. If you have not read, friends, do after this session, whenever you get time, do read about this girl. She is the first world para archer without arms, without legs, who has won gold at the World Para Archery Series recently. She is hardly 15-16 years of age now. And how I got to know about Payal, I'll just share briefly that also. That in last Olympics, in last Paralympics, I feel that you must have at least read about Miss Sheetal Devi, para archer, who won the bronze medal for India. Good. So Miss Sheetal Devi has had her training at the government sports complex based at Katra, Jammu. So at one of the felicitations program which was organized after the last Olympics, last Paralympics, I got to meet Miss Sheetal Devi, her mother, and their coach and her coach, Mr. Kuldeep and Miss Abhilasha ji. So when I interacted, they said ki ma'am, she is training in Jammu, Katra, and whenever you visit Vaishno Devi, Ma Vaishno Devi, you please let us know, and we would be very happy to host you there. So फिर क्या हुआ कि last year December में I visited Vaishno Devi with my family, and I called them that I am here, can I visit the stadium for a while? So I went there. Sheetal Devi was not there, she had gone for some championship, but there I saw Payal Nag practicing there in that stadium. I think it was November 2024, 30th November 2024. So I was so amazed to see this young girl, 15 years of age, कि दोनों हाथ नहीं है, दोनों पैर नहीं है, and she's practicing, and her coach Mr. Kuldeep ji and Miss Abhilasha ji, they were there, and they said कि ma'am she is very good, and आप देखिएगा ये शीतल के जैसे इंडिया के लिए मेडल लेके आएगी. And I was so happy. And by that time when I met her, उसके बाद मैंने फिर on the way मैंने उसकी जर्नी को भी पढ़ा. So she belongs to a very poor family based in Odisha, and when she was around 8-9 years of age, she met with a tragic accident जिसकी वजह से she lost both her arms and both her legs. So there was this trauma, of course, in the life. अगर हाथ नहीं है, पैर नहीं है, तो there is no willingness to live also. And people around her, they actually started saying to her mother that she is a girl, she has no arms, no legs, what will she do in the life, and उसको तो मार देना चाहिए. This Payal also has told in the podcast also कि मम्मी को आके लोगों ने बोलना शुरू कर दिया कि इसको मार देना चाहिए, ये जी के करेगी भी क्या. तो बट हर मदर एंड पायल both were so determined कि नहीं कुछ करना है. So they meanwhile they got some support from the district administration also, from Odisha only. And then Mr. Kuldeep, he got to know about Payal's story and he contacted their family. He brought her to the training place when she was around 13 years of age. And then they started practicing. So last year she won gold medal at the national games, at the Khelo India games, and now she is already a gold medalist at the World Para Archery. So friends, किसी की ऐसी लाइफ में एक स्टेज आ जाना जिसमें लोग आपको आके बोल रहे हैं कि तुम्हारे जीने का भी कोई फायदा नहीं है, एंड देन शी ऑलवेज हैड दैट स्माइल ऑन हर फेस एंड शी सेज कि आई विल गेट gold for India in the next Olympics. This is her dream and I am very much sure the way she is excelling, the way she is so determined and focused, she is definitely going to get. So what is the purpose of life for her? It is not merely sustenance. It is not merely कि वो जिंदगी काट रही हैं. और ये जो फ्रेंड्स उन्होंने जो वर्ल्ड पैरा आर्चरी में गोल्ड जीता है, शी हैज डिफीटेड हर ओन इंस्पिरेशन मिस शीतल देवी. सो पढ़िए, आप ऐसे लोगों की स्टोरीज को पढ़िए, ऐसे लोगों की जर्नीज को पढ़िए कि जब हम बात करते हैं कि लाइफ में हमारे तो कितना प्रेशर है, कितनी दिक्कतें हैं, कितनी समस्याएं हैं, तो जब आप अपने आसपास ऐसे लोगों से मिलेंगे, उनसे बातचीत करेंगे, तो आपको लगेगा ना कि we to have nothing actually, no problem at all. We have well placed families, parents who are supportive, we are in such a good institution, and then you have mentors, professors who are taking so much of pain. So what is required? It is only required that you identify your goal and ambition for life and then you work upon them. So friends, purpose should be your own purpose. This is also very very important that we talk about कि there are lot of career options now, right? Because आज के दिन में अगर मैं अपने टाइम से कंपेयर करूं, so the career options are much diversified now. But we also see कि many a times our career options are not chosen by us alone. They are maybe due to because friend ने वो लिया कि आजकल इसका ट्रेंड चल रहा है. So please do not do that. You should aim for a career or a path which should be your own decision. Of course, you should take suggestion, feedback and guidance from your teachers, mentors, from your family, your parents. But you have to stick to that purpose. So therefore that ownership from your own self should be there. और ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपने कोई एक चीज स्टार्ट की, because this also students now complain when I talk with them that suppose they start some career and after a year or so if they feel कि no it is not good for them, they want to shift. So it is not very easy every time to shift. Therefore have this idea, have this kind of your that clarity with your own self. So I use few acronyms with the student. One acronym which I will like to share is VGPA: Vision, Goal, Plan and Action. What is your overall vision or aim for life? That should be clear to you. And then how do you translate these vision to goals? Goals are, friends, all the management and law students will know that goals are the achievable units, and then there are various tools for goal setting, and the goals can be also short term and long term. So goals are the achievable units which you give to yourself, and then it is also important for you to monitor or kind of revise what was our goal and what was the short-term achievement, whether you have been on that correct path or not. And then planning, friends, is very important. The next is P, which stands for plan. Planning is very important. Unless and until you have a strategy, you cannot work upon, and then you will not achieve success unless you have that action with you. So vision, goal, plan and action. This is very, very important. And then when you are trying to move through that journey, there would be various obstacles, friends. Let us all accept this fact that whatever journey you decide to embark upon, that journey will not be smooth. That journey will be full of confusions, that journey will be full of distractions. There might be many a times you feel distracted, you feel that no, you are not able to get what you aspire for. But then how do we get out of those confusions? That is also, friends, very, very important. And then how do you identify what is unique within you? How do we identify what is my unique factor? How do you identify what is my X factor? Do we all feel that yes, we are all unique, or you don't feel? So this unique factor, अगर आपको ऐसा लगता ही नहीं है कि आपके पास में कोई यूनिक फैक्टर है, then that needs a serious thought. That needs a serious deliberation, the talk between your own self. And if you have a unique factor, if you feel no, I am unique and I have an X factor within me because of which I will excel, then how do we improvise and how do we analyze that? How do we reach up to that level? I can discuss few tools which we can take to improvise, to analyze and climb your peak. Because ये जो जर्नी है, ये जर्नी में रुकावटें हैं, ऑब्स्टिकल्स हैं, but then unless and until you have few tools within your own self, you will not be able to achieve what you aspire for. So what can be few things which we can keep in mind? The first thing is acknowledging and embracing setback. We have to acknowledge that if we failed, what is the reason why we failed? The second is analyzing your mistakes, analyzing your failure. And then it is also very important to embrace failure as a tool of growth. For example, my story which I shared with you about coming into civil services examination. So it took me like few days to analyze and then I could improvise because I made deliberate and conscious effort. So acknowledging and embracing setback, analyzing where you went wrong and then embracing failure as a tool for growth. And definitely your setbacks should not only set you back. It cannot only lead you back. The setback have to act your motivation to improvise further. Setting your goals and aligning with the society, friends, is also very, very important, because whatever is your purpose in your journey, that purpose cannot be your own purpose. It has to align with the needs and aspirations of the society. And then when we are talking about the obstacle component, your determination, your resilience and your perseverance, I'm sure you all must have read about it number of times. It is nothing new which I am talking about, but how do you implement? That is most important. How do you implement that? How do we have that inner strength? How do we have that resilience? That is very, very important. And then how do we have that strategy which gives that positive self-belief? जब तक हम हार खुद नहीं मान लेते, तब तक हम हारते नहीं हैं. Till the time you decide to quit, nobody can fail you. So what is that point when you decide to quit, or what is that point you feel that no, there is no option of moving forward. That is one aspect, and the other aspect could be that how do I embrace failure and how do I embrace challenges and how do I use these tools to reach up to my level of growth or the the aim and the ambition which I aspire for. That completely depends on our own self. There are various stories from my field friends. I got Tripura cadre, so I initially mentioned that I learned Bengali because for becoming an officer, you have to have that connect with the people, and then I started, moving in field, and ऐसे एरियाज मैंने देखे जो कभी विजन भी नहीं जिसका था, विजुअलाइज नहीं किया था, बिकॉज त्रिपुरा हैज अ वेरी ब्यूटिफुल मिक्स ऑफ बंगाली एंड ट्राइबल पॉपुलेशन. In my first year of posting, 2010, I was posted as sub-divisional magistrate in Ambassa subdivision, district Dhalai. So when I joined there, I started touring my subdivision, and my aim was that I should be only touring the places which are remote, because वहाँ पे उस time में there were few places which were not connected properly through road. So when we started touring, so these tribal hamlets in which we used to call them paras in Bengali. So वहाँ पे लोग थे, like 250 to 300 people used to stay. There were schools, there were primary health center, there were Anganwadi center. But the staff which was posted there, they were not attending to their duties regularly. Why they were not attending? Because to reach up to those places, you have to cross 8 to 10 kilometers on foot on a daily basis. So there were rivulets, chara, there was jungle area, there was bamboo bridges, and मैंने जितने भी locations possible हो सकती थी, मैंने कोशिश की कि मैं इनको visit करूँ. So one para called Malda Para, when I reached there, I saw it's so beautiful, but of course, I was very demotivated to see कि school is there, but kids are not able to go to school because teacher is not available, Anganwadi center is not working. So what we did was कि Tripura has longest border with Bangladesh, and we actually discussed with the local BSF commandant who was posted there. And I requested them because they had that stay facility with the barracks. So I requested if they could allow my staff who was posted there to stay in that barrack on weekly basis, like Monday to Friday they would stay and then come back to their house on weekend and then go back again on Monday. So they agreed also, and by this exercise, friends, they could actually attend to their office Monday to Friday, stay there, and then Sunday, Saturday they would be back in their home. Meanwhile, we also initiated proposal for building of construction of roads, etc. But we all know that it takes time. It cannot be done immediately. So after a gap of 2-3 months, when I visited these places again, we were so happy to see that at least children are now going to school. The health center, the primary health center, that is functioning. The Anganwadi center, that is functioning. So what did it need? It did not need new investment. It did not need anything magical. It only needed what? The purpose clarity that yes, we have to help these people. And it also needed that collaboration. Because there are many things which we want to do. But many times we have limitations. Limitation of resources, limitation of finances, limitations of manpower.